Welcome back. This is TCN English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ning Kim Kong Sai. First, the headlines. Firing broke out at Suknu area. Details awaited. Meitei militants looted a security establishment again. Security personnel manning the station remain silent spectator. NGO committee to protest against abolition of free movement regime. News in detail. A firing broke out today at around Tilailopai village, Charichampur district bordering Suknu, which is an infamous Kuki land taken away by the Meitei. The firing started around 4 a.m. in the morning when the Meitei militants began to fire at the Kuki Zau village volunteers who were resting at their bunkers, never expecting of the attack. The Meiteis also have recently attacked the Kuki Zau villages at Satang area under Kangpokpi district. The Kuki Zau village volunteers also retaliated the attack, and an intense firing broke out between the two, which still continues till the time this report is made. The armies who are stationed at the buffer zone are helpless since there is heavy firing and bombing between the two groups, and which also turns out to be critical for them and their safety. There is center forces intervention until now. The Kuki Zau villages volunteers like UTV, KWV, UPVC are there at the spot, along with Manipur police commandos and armies. The Meiteis fired bombard mortar bombs at the Kuki Zau village volunteers. The firing took place beside the Imphal River, with both the parties positioning themselves on either side. No casualty or death has been reported from both sides at the time of the report. Positive outcome isn't expected since both the parties are in full preparations. The situation is never expected to escalate at nightfall.
Reporting from the ground, I am Tingney Team Haukip and I'm here with my crew members. We are here to give you a brief report regarding the situation which took place at Tilailopai village, which is a buffer zone for the Kukis and the Meiteis in Suknu areas. As we can see, we are here just miles away from the place where Meiteis are We are here just miles away from the place where the Meiteis are taking shelter. There has been reported shelling and reported gunfiring. There are many bullet holes in the roof and wherever on the walls. We can see there is also live evidence that bombs has been exploding in the Kuki region. And also, this firing has started since 3 a.m. in the morning and it continues still now non-stop. There has been exchange of firing between the two groups. And also the situation has got intense since not only firing, but there is also shelling and bombing from both the parties. And also it is clearly evident that the central forces are joining hands with the Meitei, while the people of the Kuki Zau people of Suknu have been evacuated or have been driven away from their homes. Few days back, the Meitei also attacked Satang area in Kangpokpi district, and now they have attacked Tilailopai village again. The life of many people are at danger, so we seek the central government to intervene. The state forces, the central forces that you have been putting around here to protect the people, to be neutral to both sides of the party, are not doing their job well. They are siding with the Meiteis, helping them to cross the buffer zone and attack the Kukis, while the Kukis, when trying to cross the buffer zone, are captured and their arms taken away. They are just village volunteers, unlike the Meiteis, who are mostly UNLF and other Meitei militant groups. But here the Kukis are mostly the village volunteers who are training themselves, who are fighting for their land, who are safeguarding their land. So we ask the central government to give justice to the Kuki people and to bring peace and uplift the situation in the earliest. Now let's interview Mr. Thang Min Lee Tau Thang, who is at the ground since the start of the firing and who is a resident of this Tilailopai village. My question to you is, sir, can you please give brief us about the situation since the beginning of the conflict? I mean, the beginning of the firing today morning till now.
Okay. Today at around 4 a.m. the firing was started, and at 4 a.m. the Meitei militants they have started attacking, and then as we all are, as the general people and the civilians are having a sound sleep, taking full rest, and then from 4 a.m. till now, the situation is becoming worse and worse. The Central Forces who has been posted at the spot, they could not control the situations. And now, till now, we expect that the situation is going to be becoming worse and worse. And the coming days, what will be the situation, we can't predict and we can't see it. Thank you.
One more question. How do you think the situation will be after nightfall? Will it escalate or will it get better?
That situation too, as per my observation, I hope we heard that their reinforcement also, they are on the way. So I don't think the situation will be becoming settled down. It may become worse. That is my expectation.
Okay, thank you for your time.
In what can be described as a sign of total breakdown of law and order situations in Manipur, Meitei militants looted a security establishment and decayed with dozens of weapons and live ammunition today evening. The incident happened at a 5th IRB battalion located Chingarel Tezpur in Imphal Valley at around 7 p.m., where miscreants broke into the station and looted weapons. Sources say that personnel manning the station did not do anything to prevent it from happening. 6 AK-47 rifles, 4 numbers of carbine, 3 numbers of 303 rifles, and 2 numbers of LMG are believed to be looted as per available sources. The assailants also looted thousands of ammunition it aided. As per an insider source, about 200 guns and 20,000 ammunition were looted without any resistance. Looting of weapons from police stations and security establishments have become a regular affair since conflict broke out last May. In many cases, personnel manning such establishment does not act to stop the looting. Sometimes officers instead aided and abated the looting. As per official reports, about 7,000 guns have been looted from security establishments till now. However, there is no death or casualty reported from looters, suggesting the involvement of police in the criminal act. Following their memorandum to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, the NGO Coordination Committee, NGOCC, in Mizoram comprising 5 non-governmental organizations, has announced plans to organize a protest against the central government's decision to abolish the Free Movement Regime FMR and initiate border fencing. The protest is scheduled to take place on February 21st at 1 p.m. on the premises of Vanapa Hall. The decision to protest was made during a meeting held at the Central Young Mizo Association's CYMA committee room on Tuesday, presided over by Laltam Tuna, the CYMA president and chairman of NGOCC. The meeting involved deliberations on further initiatives after the submissions of the memorandum to the Union Home Minister. The memorandum signed by the influential NGOs of Mizoram expressed deep concern over the government's decision, pointing out that as signatories of the UN Declarations of the Rights of Indigenous Peoples UNDRIP in 2007, they expected the government to uphold the rights of indigenous peoples, especially those divided by international borders. The NGOs stated in the memorandum, being one of the signatories of the UN Declarations on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples UNDRIP 2007, we believe that the country, India, would have taken measures to assert the right of indigenous peoples who are divided by international borders. as stated in Article 36 of UNDRIP. But we are astonished by the government of India's decision to scrap the Free Movement Regime, FMR, as well as its attempt to fence the border instead of maintaining and developing relations between the people living on both sides of the border. Expressing their astonishment at the decisions to abolish the FMR, the NGOs emphasize the importance of the regime in maintaining ethnic and cultural linkage between the Mizo people residing on both sides of the border. They argue that proposed measures could disrupt the harmonious coexistence and cultural exchange that has been integral to the lives of the Mizo people. The protest on February 21 aims to draw attention to these concerns and to advocate for a reconsideration of the government's decision in favor of maintaining the Free Movement Regime to uphold the cultural and ethnic connections between the Mizo communities. For almost a week now, May Day militants have attacked tribal settlements daily near the buffer zones that separate Imphal East and Kangpokpi districts in Manipur, resulting in deaths and injuries among both Kuki-Zo tribals and Métis. Yesterday's multi-pronged attack on different areas of Kangpokpi cycle subdivision resulted in the death of one tribal village volunteers. Them Kogin Kongsai. May Day militants also sabotaged power supplies lines, electricity cycle, resulting in a complete blackout in the region. At the beginning of the month, May Day miscreants also destroyed the long power lines supplying electricity to the Lamka, Churchampur, and Persol districts. The Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum ITLF strongly condemned the attacks and the repeated sabotage of public utilities by May Day radicals, which is bound to further escalate the conflict and result in the loss of more precious lives. Last night, Métis in Imphal also stormed the 5th IRB headquarters in Imphal East and looted around 200 arms and 20,000 ammunition. What's more shocking is that the mob faced no resistance from police personnel who were manning the camp. The incident is reminiscent of what happened last year, when thousands of guns and lakhs of ammunition from state armories were handed over to mobs in the valley. A mob also tried to loot weapons last night from the Manipur Police Training Center, MPTC, but they were repelled by Central Security Forces. One BSF Jawan died in a crossfire, while 4 Métis were injured. Any semblance of government control has vanished in Manipur, and violence, including in the capital, is growing day by day. How long will the central government tolerate the Métis community's total disregard for the rule of law? Sitting protest continues today at the Wall of Remembrance Tribune organized by the ITLF Women Wing in remembrance of the martyrs and also to protest and seek justice against the atrocities done against the Kuki-Zo communities. The women from different localities of Bungbual, Persan Mut, Gangpimul, Marveng, Zoveng, New Zoveng, Hangzhou, Gerrit, Aveng, Veng Num, Veng Nuam South, Vimut Hoi, Simveng, Kumintang, Zion Veng, Koles Veng, Elite Veng, Komoy, Mulvaipe, Mulnum, Kesalbung Unit, Kolmun Zilang, and Mission Veng, Mission Compound, and M. Ramthar. The speakers of the program praised the women for their tireless effort and also gave reports on the present situations of the state, as well as the various works done and planned for the community. The reasons why we can live peacefully inside the town is due to the selfless sacrifice of the frontline volunteers, so they deserve all praises. Separate administration, which Union territory was what the ITLF told the public after the consultative meeting, and looking forward to that. Let's all pray and fight together.
Mabana ikal sona ding zelun le panhun na thakin na tinu na sataka ibolo tu a ithil diman hi imu lo le avoiding chu nang le kei kahi izorniu ikal su nau hi hasom nading kipan ihitawa dunia nu te hi kapak cha bangje hem iti le kal chengle Wednesday chengle je taka darna chujung theya lapan ji kun kon pak chamama
tuni chan ahin hako hasomong lungdi hitain ITLF minin bazida ke boli ikupi sungo ada sumu ke donglai pone in bol azong ITLF minin khatwei chang sumno ke donglai pone hi tuni chan ahi e hola khatlani ahum phal ai lo le munchum chuma pat i lung si ho donation charity ahi iki survive na na
Mortal remains of Kukizo martyr volunteer Dem Kogin Kongsai laid to rest today at Kukizo Martyr Cemetery, Paisang Village, Kangpokpi district at around 11 a.m. with dignity and respect. According to Information and Publicity Committee on Tribal Unity, he was shot dead yesterday by a combined force of Arambai Tingle, Meitei Militant UNLF or MPA while guarding his village. Dem Kogin Kongsai hails from J. Gamngaive, Ward 11, Cycle Hill Town. Burial ceremony of martyr Dem Kogin Kongsai was attended by Kukizo organizations such as Women's Organization, Students Organization, Youth Organization, and leader of various civil society organizations. In solidarity of the burial ceremony, shops, schools, offices, and other establishments within Kangpokpi district remain closed. The Mizo People Convention's sub-headquarters today conducted elections for new term at YMA Conference Hall, Jingkong Park at around 10:30 a.m., where Jingkong Unit, Longtang Unit, the Pilin Unit, Gangte Veng Unit, Joint Village Unit Headquarter Veng area, and L. Pai Num Sub-Headquarters Women Wing and MPC Sub-Headquarters Secretary gave their own reports. Leaders of MPC Manipur headquarters performed the elections. The newly elected leaders for the term 2024 to 2026 are President Pautin Kwal, Vice President C. Lalson, Treasurer S. Gimbo respectively. The Kuki MP Southwest Sadar Hills calls for a meeting on the 16th of February 2024 at 10:40 a.m. at Kotlin Village. All elders of Multam area, just leaders, CSO leaders, and all who are interested are requested to kindly attend the meeting. A delegation comprising 6 members of the Akhil Bhartiya Transport Association's convened at Ras Bhavan on Tuesday to apprise Governor Anusuya Uike of the escalating challenges faced by transporters in Manipur, particularly concerning highway security and extortion issues. As per East Mojo, the delegations representing transporters of all goods, including essential commodities, presented a memorandum highlighting the day-to-day hardship encountered by transporters amidst the critical situations prevailing along the highways of Manipur. They underscored the adverse impact of extortion and the resultant rise in commodity prices on both truck drivers and the general public. In their interactions with Governor Uike, the delegations expressed grave concerns over the precarious security situations on National Highways 2 and 37. They reported incidents of illegal tax collections and extortions by self-styled groups and miscreants at various checkpoints along these vital transportation routes. Seeking urgent intervention, the delegations urged the governor to address the severity of the situations and alleviate the hardship faced by truck drivers, transporters, and the populace of Manipur at large. In response, Governor Uike assured the delegations of a proactive engagement with relevant authorities to address the pressing issues. She disclosed that she had previously raised concerns regarding highway security and extortion during a recent meeting with Union Home Minister in Shillong. Additionally, discussions with the Security Advisor, Chief Secretary, and Chief Minister had been held to explore measures to curb illegal activities along the national highways. Governor Yu Ki placed to escalate the matter with central leaders and suggested a meeting with a security advisor to devise effective strategies for tackling the menace of extortions and ensuring safe passage for transporters. Paytm share price today. Shares of 197 Communications, the parent company of Paytm, experienced a significant drop of up to 9% on Wednesday, reaching a low of rupees 344.90 on the Bombay Stock Exchange. This decline comes in the wake of Kirana stores moving away from the Paytm Karo campaign and the Reserve Bank of India's RBI and unwavering positions on Paytm Payments Bank staged an ET report. In the past 10 trading days since the RBI bank was announced, the company's stock has lost approximately 55% of its value, amounting to a market capitalization loss of rupees 26,000 crore. Global broking firm Macquarie, which has had a volatile relationship with Paytm stock, has downgraded it to underperform with a target price as low as rupees 275. Just a year ago, Macquarie had given the stock a double upgrade with a target price of rupees 800. In 2022, the target price was revised to rupees 450 with an underperform rating. The change in Macquarie's stance is attributed to their belief that Paytm is currently fighting for survival. As per Times of India, the recent regulatory measures have put the company at a serious risk of losing customers, which poses a significant threat to its monetizations and business model. Macquarie analyst Suresh Ganapathy stated that Macquarie has significantly reduced revenue projections for both the Paytm's payments and distributions businesses by 60 to 65% over FY25 or 26E. Based on our channel checks with partners, we have found that migrating payment bank customers to other bank accounts or shifting related merchant accounts to other banks will acquire the completion of KYC, Know Your Customer procedures. This indicates that meeting the RBI's deadline of February 29 for migrations will be a challenging task, he said. Reserve Bank of India, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das has expressed that there is limited scope for reviewing the actions taken against Paytm Payment Bank. As a result, market experts are advising retail investors to exercise caution and avoid investing in the company until the regulatory challenges are resolved. Vineet Balinskar of Ventura Securities stated that RBI has been closely monitoring the company's activities in recent years, and Paytm has been found to consistently violate regulations. With the substantial penalties imposed on the company, its entire business model has been disrupted. Therefore, we recommend staying away from this stock as much as possible, he said. According to Macquarie's finding, lending partners are reconsidering their relationship with Paytm, which could lead to a decline in lending business revenues if partners choose to scale down or terminate their associations with the company. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.